everyone. My name is Anissa Moore, and I'm an educational and behavioral consultant that contracts with Boerne ISD. Most of y'all are several weeks now into our distance learning, and if you're like me, because I'm a parent as well, you might be struggling a little bit with keeping your child occupied, maybe helping them with different lessons at home, and just overall keeping them in a state of learning while they are away from school. So I wanted to give you a few tips and tricks that might be helpful as we go through this process together. First of all, I'm sure many of you guys have created a schedule for your child at home. Now, I did this as well, and I found out very quickly that the schedule that I created didn't quite work the first few days. Many of our teachers were trying to come up with lessons and put things through Google Classroom and other platforms that they were using. And at the same time, I think my expectations as a parent were to try to keep my students' schedule as similar as possible to school. And I'm going to tell you right now that that's not realistic. So if you tried to do that as well, please give yourself some grace and some allowance that home and school are very different situations. They're very different environments, and your student and your child may be very distracted at times because home is a less structured area than school, and rightly so. Just like when we go to work and it's a very structured area at work, when we come home, it's a very different environment for us. So, again, give yourself some grace, and if you had this wonderful, beautiful schedule and it was written out, and after the first week or so you threw it out the window, it's okay. I'm giving you permission. It's okay. So, couple strategies when it comes to the schedule though. It's still good to have a schedule, but what I'd like for you to do is kind of take the time element out of it, because some of your kiddos might be getting done with assignments much quicker, and some other students might be more distracted or might need some additional time to just get comfortable continuing to learn in the home environment. So still have a schedule, but do something that's mostly driven by subject area and not necessarily by time. Let me give you an example. This is a very simple schedule. This is something you can do on a dry erase board. You can do it on a chalkboard if you have access to that at home. You could also just simply use this on a piece of paper and just have this posted right next to the learning environment for your child. And this is just simply the start of a schedule. It covers the basics. Number one, we might start with reading and do our reading block. And then we find a natural stopping place, and then we take a brain break for a few minutes. Okay, this could be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. It could be up to 15 minutes. You know your kiddo best. So you determine how long that brain break might need to be. And chances are you might need a brain break as well, and that's okay too. Then you might jump into a math block. Okay, and a math block might be a little bit longer. And then I want you to go ahead and add in, if your child has been working for a while, go ahead and add in an activity break, because activities and movement are very important right now that we're all at home and we're working to be more active despite not being able to go outside. So add in some activity breaks, and I'm going to talk about this one in just a little while. So for your schedule, what might be helpful is to take away the time element and just stick with the subjects, and also at the same time get a copy of your child's schedule from their teacher and try to have those subjects about the same time that they were having them at school. For example, if they had their reading block first thing in the morning, go ahead and continue that reading block first thing in the morning. Our goal is to let our kids know that there's still some expectation in the lessons, even though they look a little bit different, but that we're going to continue with that flow of learning, and then hopefully as our kids go back to school, they'll fall right back into that routine and that structure. So if they had reading in the morning at home, when they return to school, they'll have reading in the morning at school. So get a copy of that schedule from the teachers, and hopefully you can create something that is similar, but maybe not as rigid. We're all learning during this time, and we know that there are strength in numbers. And the teachers and the staff with Bernie Independent School District are ready to help with this. They miss your kids, they miss seeing their faces, and they miss being in the classroom. So the next best thing to that is to get that email from you, or to be a part of that Google Zoom meeting or that Google meeting, or whatever they can do to help your child. They love your kid, they miss your kid, and they want to be a partner with you in this process. So let them. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to the district, and first and foremost, reach out to that amazing teacher that is missing your child right now.